We're used to seeing amazing colorful watches from Zodiac, but this model takes that to a whole new level. Welcome back to the channel for Right Time Watches here in Denver, Colorado. I'm very excited that we get to look a little bit closer today at this amazing new watch that we just got in from Zodiac. This watch comes from the much-loved Super Seawolf lineup, but has a few unique twists. Before we dig into those details though, we'll invite you to subscribe to the channel so you catch all of our upcoming videos. The watch is 40 millimeters in diameter with a 48.3 millimeter lug-to-lug, 13.5 millimeters thick, and powered by the STP 615 automatic skeletonized movement from Zodiac. The packaging is a fun nod to the skeletonized and colorful nature of this amazing new wristwatch. This watch comes from the Zodiac Super Seawolf lineup and has the heritage design of the 1953, but takes this amazing crystal bezel with a beautiful gradient rainbow and creates a very visually interesting watch. This colorful gradient is a fun, playful way to nod towards Zodiac's history of using interesting and exciting colors in their wristwatches for years. This watch is called the Super Chroma, and as the Zodiac creative director said, it is the most daring use of color and a nod to their rebellious roots. A lot of the attention will be paid to this amazing bezel insert, but I think one of the most interesting parts of this watch is Zodiac's first ever skeleton. They took a very useful movement and adjusted it to be a skeletonized movement. It looks really great through the dial and is quite visually interesting in my opinion. Instead of being on the dial, the Zodiac logo is on the crystal, and I really like the way this whole thing comes together. I think this is a fantastic wristwatch, and as always with Zodiac, it comes in at an amazing price point. This amazing watch comes in at $1895 US dollars. Under $2,000 for such an incredible watch from an amazing brand is really hard to find these days. The quality is really on par with what you'd expect from a Swiss brand. The finishing on the metal is fantastic, particularly this vertical brushing on the side of the case. The sapphire crystal and this amazing crystal bezel insert look great. The bezel is still quite operable and feels great. I really appreciate that they put so much quality and attention to detail in for not a crazy amount of money. We do have a screw-down crown on the right side of this case, and you're able to operate the movement in standard fashion. The bracelet is always a high point for me on these watches, and this amazing 5-link Jubilee style with a gorgeous butterfly deployant is a personal favorite of mine. I know many others enjoy this as it's quite secure and good quality for the money. In addition to getting a good view of the movement through the dial, we also have a great see-through case back on this particular watch. I love this gorgeous customized rotor, and it's got a great color. This Swiss-made movement is quite reliable and accurate, and with this case we get 200 meters of water resistance. The watch also has fairly decent lume, including a lume pip on that bezel insert. This will be very useful in low light. On the wrist, this watch, just like all others from the Super Seawolf lineup, really stands out. It's an extremely comfortable wear with this fantastic bracelet. The case sits flush against the wrist, right in the center of my 8-inch wrist. If you've got a smaller wrist than my own, you'll be just fine wearing this timepiece, even with those longer protruding lugs. I've always personally appreciated Zodiac for creating really good quality timepieces at a price point that tends to be mostly unoccupied by the Swiss. To be between $1,000 and $2,000 US dollars for such fantastic watchmaking is super impressive to me, and I really enjoy their use of color on top of it all. This watch is super attractive, extremely fun, and affordable relative to its competitors. If you'd like to purchase this watch or any of our others, please visit us online at righttime.com or give us a call. We're always happy to help. As always, thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you next time at Right Time.